Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's Marine Velvet. Today I'm going to discuss with you a how-to video on eliminating Sentry in timeline battle. He's pretty up there when it comes to PvP. He's in the top 5. He has many skills. I think 4 that have guard break, immunity, penetration, and he doesn't have as many holes as Jean Grey and Silver Surfer do. So I'm going to showcase to you what the match would look like if he was first and if he was second, because the teams you'll get are Silver Surfer, Sentry, Colossus, or vice versa. So if he's first in the match, he'll start with skill number 3, which has an iframe in the beginning, and if you do an iframe, he'll follow up with 1. After he follows up with 1, that's the first hole. You can switch to another character, or you can chain 2 iframes together, or however you like. Now, if he was second, he would probably use skill 4 in the beginning and then follow up with skill number 5. Now, skill number 4 is the only skill that doesn't have guard break, immunity, penetration. All of his other skills do. So I'm going to step into timeline battle and I'm going to voice record a few pre-recorded videos I made of wins I got with 5 different teams. Now, there's only a few characters on these teams that work. Thanos works, Silver Surfer works, Hulk works, Deadpool, Cable, and Destroyer could work, and then Doctor Strange and Gambit could work. So, enjoy, guys. First video, Silver Surfer versus Sentry. You can use Energy Reflect, that works. And a good rotation for Silver Surfer is 5 cancel 3 or 3 cancel 5. You can use characters like Taskmaster, Colossus as decoys to buy time. I try and got Ghost Rider to get a little battle here, but he lost. He didn't have enough damage. This Sentry has almost 275,000 HP. But Silver Surfer is going to prevail. I have to get the win just to prove my legitimacy. I like getting the wins. I've played Sentry over 200 times, so I'm aware of his holes and his weaknesses. And there are not many characters that can kill him consistently, let alone the entire team. So here we're going to see Doctor Strange. I got lucky here. I managed to get him to reflect enough damage to die the first time, but it's very difficult to execute that. Now, there you can see that he has a hole where if he uses the 5 and you're a certain distance of proximity, you could avoid the attack and he'll still do the attack. So that's how I got Gambit to kill Sentry, from distance. Gambit is actually one of the best timeline players ever because of the way that they built him. This team, I'm going to showcase Cable. He had a fantastic battle. Here I'm going to do an iframe. He's going to do 1. Then I'm going to pop the 3 and then pop invincibility and then pop another iframe. I had to do that in order to keep my defense because he has all sorts of stats like penetration and iframe ignore. Here I can use Destroyer against any energy dealing character, but his use is very limited. I'm going to showcase his use in another video. I'm going to miss Jean Grey and Silver Surfer teams because they had a lot of holes and I was able to exploit them pretty easily. Sentry's going to bombard timeline battle in a few weeks. Whales already have him with the new concentration system as well. Here we're going to use Deadpool and Destroyer. So when you see that, that invincibility, that's when you can pick Destroyer. That's what it's going to look like. His 5th skill is not an iframe, which is good, but it still breaks guard break immunity, and the skill still continues even after it's been avoided with an iframe. So you gotta watch out for that. Yeah, you can't. What I'm doing with Silver Surfer, you cannot do with Sentry. He will follow you, and he will kill you. Here I'm going to showcase Hulk. You can also try and get Sentry with awakened characters if they have their skills ready, but it's difficult. Hulk, you just have to time. You have to make sure that Sentry does his first skill so you can chain some iframes together. You can also keep your distance from his 5th skill to buy some time if you need it, or switch a character if you need it. Morbius is actually a great timeline player if you could get his skills to execute completely. It's no wonder they banned him last week, which is laughable. It's laughable. Their restrictions are a joke. The restrictions this week are a joke as well. Here we're going to showcase Destroyer a lot more. The health pads from Groot really help. You're going to see. I have a CTP of refinement on Destroyer. Nothing too serious. This is the only time where eggs come in handy. Now I'm going to do my routine. You can see the concentration system going into effect. Yeah, almost happened again. It's very annoying. It's just another cash grab. They could have just made regen and transcendence just better with better stats, but instead they put the concentration system. I don't know why. Okay, here it's gonna be Thanos against Sentry. I like to keep my distance with Thanos, and I like to pop 1 and pop 5 once in a while. I really try and get him to use the number 1 so I could try and chain some iframes together. But Thanos can struggle. He can struggle against Sentry if he doesn't have somebody like Colossus, and even somebody like Taskmaster, because he needs damage now. Sentry is really tanky. He's gonna end up averaging 250 to 275 HP in timeline vibranium easily. There, I can buy some time. Against Sentry, you really need invincibility. If you don't have invincibility, he's just gonna guard break you. Like, that's why I can't really show characters like Namor, characters like Ghost Rider, because they don't have a CTP of, for example, authority. So they'll get wrecked in a few skills. It's kind of a shame. Okay, my last video showcases Molecule Man a little bit. he gives a very interesting leadership, which I think was confirmed to be that it negates the effects of support characters, which could be very helpful. But he's too expensive for just a leadership. He's definitely not in the meta, even though he has some very surprising skills. I think he has an iframe ignore skill, and I think he may or may not have a skill of penetration. Here I try and showcase Morbius, and I got concentrated. If I didn't get concentrated, I would have killed Sentry with Morbius, but of course, you know, they try and cash grab and milk the players. That's why there's a boycott. That's why when a popular character like Sentry comes out, not too many people care, except the whales. But this is the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. I will make some more videos in the future, and I'll see you guys next time.